All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to you, Akim, that puts his word in truth and in sincerity. Coming back with another lesson. I want to make this quick, on break right now. But as you can see here in Global Times, it says U.S. chip war puts Taiwan's semiconductor sector in tough position. All right, now, just reading this, we know that this chip situation is important as far as them being produced in Taiwan and America interfering in between the Chinese doing business with Taiwan, and what that's going to lead to is going to lead to war. All right, but you know, killing two birds with one stone. That chip also is pretty much what Esau wants to have everybody implemented with. All right, which that's the MOTB. Okay, so here it says, I'm gonna read a little bit of this, and I'm gonna get a second Ezra 15. It says, as the U.S. ill-intentioned chip war against China escalates, some American elites have become increasingly hysterical. The U.S. would destroy Taiwan's semiconductor factories rather than letting them fall into Chinese mainland's hands. Business Insider reported on Wednesday, citing a former national security advisor. All right, so rather the Chinese actually taking control of the semiconductor facilities in Taiwan, they would much rather have those facilities destroyed. All right, so that shows you that Esau is a sore loser, and really that's what's going to happen with the planet. All right, the planet is going to go up in fire. All right, go up in smoke. All right, certain portions of the planet, because you got Esau that doesn't want to see anyone else reign or have hegemony outside of him. Okay, it says Robert O'Brien, a former national security advisor, is not the first to raise the idea, the report said, adding that two U.S. scholars also recommended the move in a paper published by the U.S. Army War College in 2021. It says, given the strategic significance of the chip industry, it comes as no surprise that recent media reports have created great concern, and to claim the situation, and to calm the situation down, O'Brien later toned down his previous rhetoric, attempting to hype Chinese mainland's threats. However, O'Brien's efforts have only a limited effect. Some analysts still believe his intention is to emphasize Taiwan's semiconductor sector's strategic significance and shouldn't let cutting-edge semiconductor technology fall into the Chinese mainland's hands. All right. In recent years, the U.S. has consistently emphasized the need to diversify global supply chains, using protecting supply chain security as an excuse for promoting its decoupling theory, but clearly it's gone too far and thus fallen into an obsession with containing China, because that's all it is about containing China. All right, China's economy, is rivals with America's economy, and any way America can is gonna, look to stall that out. All right. Now, this is from NPR, and it says U.S.-China tensions are high, and Taiwan's chip industry is caught in the middle. Okay. And this actually you can actually play this, and it'll go into a little segment, which is informational or informative, as I should say. All right. But getting to the scriptures, because we clearly see China is trying its hardest to be America, everything America does, China, takes it and produces it cheaper. Okay, which is why you even got that, chip factories over there in Taiwan. Is because you know American companies are can easily um, generate more profit having their companies overseas versus stateside here in America. All right, but that's all going to backfire on China. You know, so this is Second Ezra 15 in 46. It says, "And thou, Asia, that art partaker in the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions, therefore the Most High saith," all right? Because you got China, trying hard to follow Babylon the Great in everything it does, okay? It says, "And I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower, and the heat, so like the heat shall rise that is sent over thee." Okay, so you know, Asia or China in particular is going to be jacked up. Okay, they're not going to be a powerhouse of economic wise. All right, the Lord's going to put an end to that. It says, "Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastened with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee." It says, "Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against," pretty much that's the, okay, hold on. "Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, saith the Lord, if thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead, when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance." All right, because you got to remember that Chinese are right on board with Esau when it comes to oppressing the Israelites. Okay, to this day. All right, they're next up on the list of nations that go the hardest to just jack up Israelites. All right, hella racist towards Israelites. It says, verse 55. It says, "The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom; therefore thou shalt receive recompense, like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord. Even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief." Okay, so that whole situation going on is going to lead, over in Taiwan and China and in America, it's all going to lead to mischief. All right, them fighting over them chips. All right, which that's not, they're doing that for a reason. All right, because the chips is in Esau's eyes the way of the future. Okay. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood. For very hunger of bread and thirst of water, thou as happy shall come through the sea and receive plagues again. Okay. So, well, let me read it out. It says, "And in the passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some portion of the land, and consume part of the glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee, and thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, and all thy wood, and thy fruitful trees, and all trees shall they burn up with fire. Thy children shall they carry away captive, and look what thou hast, they shall spoil it, and mar the beauty of thy face." Now, what I want to do is read that in the GNT. So, starting here in 2 Ezra 15, And 46, it says, in Asia, let me see, hold on. Okay, 46, it says, in Asia are to be pitied, you are doomed. You have enjoyed the splendor and glory of Babylon, all right? Them Chinese, you got a lot of Chinese that come over here to America and driving in Teslas and Bentleys and, you know, acting like they own America, okay? You have imitated her and dressed up your daughters to look like prostitutes to please and gratify your lovers who have always lusted for you, all right? And that's twofold, you know, because you got these Asian women that, you know, can't wait to get with an Edomite man. But just even economically, you know, Esau, his influence is heavy upon, you know, the Chinese and those Asian countries, all right, China in particular. It says, because you have imitated that vile prostitute and everything she has done or planned, the Most High has this to say: I will send disasters upon you. I will make you a widow and send poverty, famine, war, and epidemics to destroy your homes and bring ruin and death, the power of which you boast will wither like a flower when the burning heat is sent upon you. All right, so the economic aspirations that China has is going to be destroyed. Okay, because they boast in the fact that, you know, their economy is doing better than America. It says, you will be a wretched, weak woman, so bruised, beaten, and wounded that you will no longer attract your wealthy lovers. Okay, people ain't gonna be looking to you know, do business with China. All right, it's gonna be a new world order ruled by Israel. Okay, it says, I would not punish you so severely. I would not punish you so severely, says the Lord, if you had not murdered my chosen people, but you took great delight in striking them, and when you were drunk, you boasted about killing them. All right, and that's you know, the mind of these Asians, man. They boast and brag about, you know, what they did to the Israelites. All right, and they show it on a daily basis. All right, when you deal with them, you go into the store and you got to deal with a so-called Chinese or Asian. They act like you the worst thing on the planet. Okay. It says, paint your face, you will be paid for your work as a prostitute. All right. So like it, bear with me 1 second. All right. It says, you will be paid for your work as a prostitute. You will get what you earned. It says, I will pay you back, saith the Lord, for what you have done to my chosen people. I will bring disaster on you. You will be put to death, and your children will starve. Your cities will be torn down, and the people out in the country will be killed. All right, World War III. All right, those in the mountains will starve. Their hunger and thirst will drive them to eat their own flesh and drink their own blood. You will be more miserable than anyone has ever been, but there will be still more punishment to come. All right, so it's not looking good for China. All right, the army that destroyed Babylon will march back through your country and devastate your peaceful city. They will destroy your beautiful country and leave most of it in ruins. All right, so the country that's going to destroy Babylon is Russia. Okay, so even though Russia and China is allies, you know, when war pops off, war, despite it being somewhat predictable, it's still unpredictable because, you know, there's no honor amongst thieves. And I believe the Apostle Tahar just mentioned that. So, you know, when missiles start flying and all that, you know, you're gonna have nations looking to be the top dog. Like, yeah, you are ally, but man, fuck it, we going for the gusto. You know, so you can expect things like that to happen. All right, to where even allies is going to, you know, turn on each other. In the case of Russia and China. Let me see. Verse 61, it says, your country will be destroyed like straw in a fire. They will burn up all your forests and orchards. All right. All over your land, your cities and mountains will be covered with ruins. Your splendor will vanish. Your children will be carried off as prisoners. Your possessions will be plundered. All right, and the ones that's going to carry the children off as prisoners is Israel. Okay, because every nation is going into captivity underneath us Israelites. All right, we're gonna take everything they got and put them in slavery. But I want to wrap this up. And Lord willing, this was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom.